Hey, Sonic baseball fans! Welcome back to Saturday Night Baseball, Game 22 of Season 27. It's the Seattle Sonics taking on the Iowa Dream in Iowa tonight. Brought to you from the cornfields. We are stoked for tonight. Let's start off with the home team, the Iowa Dream. They've come off a 11-spot win on the road against Milwaukee. They won 11-9 last night, final in 9 innings. Last night's win ended the four-game slide for the Dream. Now they are 9-14 and only 3 games out of the seventh and final postseason spot. For the Sonics, they are playing their first road game today after having a 3-game homestand in Seattle. They split the 2-game series with LA, now in Portland, including a 9-run comeback, winning it 10-9 on Wednesday. However, last night on Friday, they lost to the Surge 4-3, trying to start a rally in the bottom of the ninth, but ultimately fell short as they did not have enough time or outs to create a comeback. Some notable performances from last night includes Full Squad, who had 2 hits on 4 at-bats and scored once, as well as Owen, who went 1 for 4 and scored once as well. Puerto Rican, oh, no, yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, this might be the wrong scorecard. Ora received the loss, going 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, all earned, 9 hits, and striking out 6. Owen pitching 2 innings in relief, giving up 1 run, all earned, 3 hits, striking out none. And let's head down to the scoreboard watching for the other HCBB games. It's the Arizona Firebirds at the Chicago Breeze. Arizona is up 4-love, and it's Arizona in the top of the 4th. Over in Portland, it's the Chicago Ravens taking on the Portland Stags. Chicago leads the Stags 3-love here in the top of the 4th. Chicago batting. In Baltimore, it's the Wolves taking on the Ospreys. Washington putting up a 5 spot right now against Baltimore. They lead that series 5-0, bottom 5. The other 9 o'clock games will include St. Louis, the Archers, and Philadelphia Surge, as well as Milwaukee Honey Badgers and San Fran Jailbirds. Well, tonight, who needs to win for Seattle to do its best? Well, first of all, Seattle needs to get out of its own way and win. That's the first part. But most importantly, Chicago Breeze need to beat Arizona. And right now, they are not doing that. Portland needs to beat the Ravens. They are not doing that. Baltimore needs to beat Washington. And guess what? They're not doing that. But they also need Philly to take down St. Louis and Milwaukee to smash San Francisco. So hopefully they can do that there. And let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Hardware Haven, Customer First, and Ken Auburn and Soto. Let's start with the English Premier League. It's Brighton 1 and Everton 1. Yep, I read that right. Arsenal takes down Leeds 4-love. Bournemouth takes down the Wolves 2-love. Chelsea beats West Ham in a close one 3-2, while Liverpool smashes Newcastle 4-1. Final. Let's head over to some college basketball. The women's basketball, Oregon taking on number 16 Maryland. They lead it 68-61. NBA scores: San Antonio Spurs at the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets take down the Spurs 111-106. In NCAA men's basketball news, number 14 Kansas taking on number 13 BYU at home. Kansas currently leads 90-82. And number 11 Texas Tech taking on UCF. UCF leads that 88-80. In the PGA, we're at round 3 of Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines. In first is Justin Rose with a score of -21, and second is Joel Diamond with -15, and tied for third will be Rio Hitsutune and Siwoo Kim. Let's check some NHL scoreboards. Kings take down the Flyers 3-2, final in overtime. Avalanche destroy the Red Wings 5-love. Penguins edge out the Rangers 6-5. It was a close one. Calgary Flames taking down the Sharks 3-2. Final in 3. Uh, Winnipeg Jets taking on the Florida Panthers. They win that 2-1. The Washington Capitals take down the Hurricanes from Carolina after being up 3-love. Capitals winning in overtime. In current scores, it's the Canucks and the Maple Leafs. Canucks lead 2-1 at second intermission. Blue Jackets taking on the Blues. Blue Jackets lead 4-3 in the second intermission. Preds taking on the Islanders. They lead that series, or they are tied 3-3 going into the third. And Devils and Senators also tied 1-1 going into the third. And finally, the Sabres lead the Canadiens 2-1 going into the third. Some more upcoming games. It'll be the Minnesota Wild taking on the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton. It'll be the Utah Mammoth taking on the Dallas Stars in in Utah, and finally the Seattle Kraken taking on the Vegas Golden Knights in Vegas. So that looks like that will round out our um yeah, that should round out our oh, sorry, UFC. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. All right, it'll be Billy Elikana winning against Junior Tafa by submission. Cam Rotzen winning by total knockout against Cody Brundage. It'll be Jason Malcone taking on Torres Finney. He wins it by decision. Jonathan Michael F. and Oban Elliott. Jonathan wins by submission. Con Oatley wins by major decision. Dom Marfan and Sungwoo Kim. Dom gets the best of that bout by decision. It'll be Nakamura and Sebastian Sesley. And Nakamura wins by total knockout. And Lawrence Liu and Sungla Rambo wins by split decision. So that will wrap up our out of town scores brought to you by Hardware Haven, customer customer first in Auburn, Soto, and Kent. So that's all for the pregame show. Sonics need a win, and we want to be happy. So let's win the Sonics. That's all for pregame show. For first pitch at 9:05. We'll see you then. Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Welcome back, baseball fans. This is your play-by-play man for today's game between the Iowa Dream and the Seattle Sonics. As my color man pointed out in the pregame, both the Iowa Dream and the Sonics have been lingering as of late and are looking to get one over the other in this important battle for what currently is the 8th position. Uh, the lineups have just been released, and up steps June for the Sonics. Yesterday, he was intentionally walked 5 times and did not get a chance to swing the bat. So, as the Iowa Dream finished their defensive alignment, we'll say that this is going to be a very, very must-win game for either team if they want any chance of catching San Francisco for that 7th place. Now, for the Sonics in specific, they have one of the worst run differentials in the league, so it'll be very important for them to actually get one game ahead of San Francisco. So, we shift camera angles here. Just waiting for the Iowa pitcher to take the mound, and we'll have first pitch in a minute.
Speaking of June, June, if you're listening to this, congratulations, buddy, on getting 4th place in the HCBB talent show. We are so proud of you. I was there. You sang great. You even sang in a different language, and that was super cool. I really liked it. I thought personally, I voted you higher, but you know what? That's okay.
Well, well, well. Up steps Jose Altuve, famous trash can banger. Don't rip off his shirt. A left-handed pitcher here to start things off. You saw his stats on the year. Not the greatest, but either way, Seattle's important job is not worry about the pitching stats and worry about getting the ball into play. So, just about ready for first pitch here. Altuve. Listening to the bangs of the trash can.
They're saying fastball.
Yeah, and we're... Alright, I'm just waiting. Here's the windup, and that ball is high and in, and we are officially underway here in Iowa. So, yesterday, a change in the lineup. Pikachu was the man who led off yesterday, and June batted second, as that ball is outside for ball 2. Then Bellinger followed, and Bellinger batted cleanup. So June certainly had a great day in terms of OPS, 000 on batting average, as that clips the corner for the first strike of the game. Very, very fortunate that I was pitching to him, as he bats above 500, and he grounds that down the line. Third baseman's up with it, and June is retired for the first out of the day. So up steps Bellinger. Bellinger yesterday went 0 for 5. Struck out once, couple pop-outs, and 1 ground out. So as he does ring around the rosy, steps into the right-handed batter's box here. First pitch from Jose Altuve. Southpaw delivers. High and away. Ball 1. And the 1-0 is outside. Ball 2. So looks like the Altuve, 2 balls and then a strike. I expect a low and in curve here. We'll see if I'm right. Well, high and in. Basically the same thing for strike 1. So,
Leg one of your parlay hits.
yeah. I should have bet the house on that one, but here comes the 2-1. And that was a reach by Bellinger. A slow ground ball. Third baseman's up with it to make the play for the second out. So Villanares has also shifted up in the lineup. Back-to-back groundouts. Third to first. Though that's really, of course, the shortstop's ball. So Villanares, club captain, yesterday went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. He had a great day in their comeback against Los Angeles. He went 4 for 5, but overall he's been in a really bad batting slump. Top of the first inning here, and no score, and 2 away for the Sonics. Dream, of course, yet to bat. Altuve's first pitch was high for ball 1, and let's see if he throws another ball. Oh, he actually clipped the corner on that one. So a change in strategy, finally. Count is even at 1-1. Left-hander delivers, and Velonaris crushes that one to the outfield wall, and it hits off the wall and rolls some. Velonaris rounding first and heading to second, and he'll retreat back. So Seattle, first base runner, first hit of the day. And we have a man on for Aura Furious now. Yesterday's losing pitcher won the game before against Los Angeles in relief. So 2 outs and 1 on here, top of the first inning. And Aura swings at the first pitch and lines it into the gap, right center field. It comes and hits the wall. And Velonaris is rounding third now, and he's heading on his high... Oh, he comes back now. He was heading on his high horse to home and doubled back here. So here is the first appearance for Doogie Pirate. Runners at second and third base now for him. Velonaris, the man at third, and Aura, the man at second. So a nice double for the ex-Jailbird as Doogie takes the first pitch for a ball. Now, this is his first appearance. He was traded from Los Angeles before their series against the Sonics, but has not appeared due to other... how shall I put it? He had other things to do than play Roblox baseball. Well, either way, a useful bat in force Los Angeles, despite being a last-place team. Now, of course, Portland, as Doogie fouls that one away in the third base side, and the count is 1-2. So 2 runners on in Doogie's first appearance in the Seattle uniform, both in scoring position here. Altuve has him where he wants him. It's a pitcher's count, 1-2, and here comes the pitch. Outside, and the count is even at 2-2. So 2's down the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on here. Top of the first, and Seattle and Iowa tied at nothing apiece. So the left-hander delivers. And that is ripped over the head of the shortstop. And it rolls all the way to the wall. Why is Doogie not running? He stopped some. He probably could have had second base. But either way, that's a 2-run RBI. A 2 RBI single, apologies, for Doogie in his first at-bat in the Seattle uniform. And that's why you make those trades. Screen. Oh, unfortunate.
It's not his fault.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's an early 2-0 lead for the Sonics. Here's Echo. Starting pitcher, not yesterday. Game before, in their 8-run comeback against Los Angeles, gave up all 9 Los Angeles runs. He lifts that one out. The shortstop has it for the final out of the inning. Well, June grounds third to first. Bellinger grounds third to first. Velonaris singles, Aura doubles. Doogie has a 2 RBI single. Echo hops to short. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And the score after half an inning is Seattle 2 and Iowa nothing. So the Dream come to bat here. Ben Stakes leading off for Iowa. And the skipper, Velonaris, appears to be the starting pitcher today. So a changed rotation since Sins left the team and Sakara was ineffective in his last start. So it appears that it's going to be Echo or Velonaris, at least for the time being. And Owen in a swingman position. As the first pitch from Velonaris to Ben here is lifted out to right field, and that is caught for the first out.
What a catch. What a catch. That is great awareness.
Well, up steps Wham here, batting above 460. At this time of the season, it's pretty impressive, to say the least. So here's the first pitch from Velonaris, and that is hit on a 1-hopper to the left fielder, and Iowa here in the hit column in the bottom of the first. And up steps the pitcher, Altuve, perhaps looking up to atone for his pitching chores in the top of the first. Velonaris going after these batters early here. 2 pitches that were, well, easy to hit, and that ball is high, ball 1. And now the count is 2-0. So, 2 curving balls, one curving outside to in, one curving inside to out, both inside on Altuve. So a light hitter's count here, 1 on and 1 away, bottom of the first. Here's the 2-0 from Bellinares, and that's in there for a strike. Check down to first base, not in time. Wham, just standing still on first base, no reason for a check down. Perhaps just stretching the legs. But here comes a 2-1 from Bellinares, and that is hit on a one-hopper to the first baseman, and they get 1 out. Fielder's choice, unassisted at third base, as that technically is indeed a fielder's choice by my understanding of the rules. Instead of going for the force at second, try to get a 3-6-3 double play, they went for the sure one at first. But either way, here's Fedwaxer batting cleanup for this Iowa team. Ball is low, and the count 1-0. So, Bellinares, just a nice clean single for Wham in this inning, looking to get back to the offense. That's hit above the first baseman's head, falls to the right fielder, and station to station they go. So, a runner in scoring position for Zach Waxer now. The Waxer twins, I guess. Runner in scoring position. So, a clean 3-3-3 thus far. Not much power, not much offensive capability, just 3 RBIs on the season. Bellinares looking to bear down here. 2 outs and 2 on, bottom of the half of the first. That is inside, but in the zone for strike 1. So, I believe that Gabriel plays at third base. I think that might be Kaz at shortstop, as that's a ball. Count even at 1-1. You know what? Here, can you go run around and tell me the fielding positions? Because with all these trade acquisitions, I can't quite catch every fielder.
Sure, yeah.
Here's Bellinares with the 1-1 now. And that's high, ball 2. Here's a 2-1. Lifted, foul, third base side. Gabriel giving chase, and it will be about, 8 rows back. So the count even at 2-2, and 2's down the board once again here, bottom half of the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Zach Waxer looking to drive a run in here. Seattle up 2-0. Bellinares thinking long, thinking hard. Here he comes. Kicks, winds, delivers. It's swung on and missed for strike 3. Down goes Zach Waxer. Well, Ben flies to right. Wham here singles. Altuve grounds into fielder's choice. Fedwaxer singles. And Zach Waxer strikes out swinging. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left here. It's 1 full inning in Iowa, and the Sonics are leading 2-0. So up steps Gabriel plays here, batting in the 7th position. Yes, did not show yesterday. Was the man who was picked off at second base in their 3-2 loss to Los Angeles in the first game of that series. Jose Altuve still out here on the mound as Gabriel takes the first pitch for strike. 1-1 now.
I think it's important to know that he's also an Astros fan. Do with that with what you will.
Grounds out one over the box. It stops right by second base. A little bit of delay there. Infield single. Third baseman tried to make the fielding play once again. He could not do it this time. So Gabriel aboard with the single here. Up for full squad, who's been the hitting star. Ex-IPUer. This is his 4th career game in HCBVL, all coming in this season. He had a booming 2-run home run against the Philadelphia Surge yesterday. He hit the walk-off against Los Angeles in their 8-run comeback. So 1 on and none away here. First pitch is in there for a strike. Swung and missed. Underneath that one. Waved at a curve.
Ugh, Cappy's in here.
So here comes the
Sorry,
0-2
sorry.
inside.
I was unmuted.
Why are you upset about that?
Ugh. Bad vibes.
Cappy, man traded from Seattle to Los Angeles, now Portland, by the way. As that's high, count even at 2-2. So full squad may not be a 1,000-game player like Velenaris, but he's certainly been playing like one in these 2, now 3 games. Here's the 2-2. That is hit down the left field line. It will fall in there for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Gabriel, and full squad is in there with a stand-up double. So second and third and none away here for Jerko, the 9-hole batter. He got his first hit of the season against Los Angeles in his first game, I believe. He had not appeared at all during the season. So full squad, certainly once again playing like a big timer. First pitch to Jerko is a ball inside. On deck is June, grounded third to first, in his first at bat, leading off for the Sonics. Count even at 1-1 now. Seattle been getting bat to ball early. 5 hits already. 1 full inning played. Swings and misses at that one in the dirt. Count now 1-2. Cactus appears to be waltzing by themselves, the third base coach's box. Maybe putting them up. That's an orthodox stance, by the way. Left hand leading the right. One, two from Altuve. Here it comes. Bunts! And now a ground ball to third. Try to get the tag. Sacrifice for Jerko. So a run scores on that. Two strike bunt. Right down. And the third baseman try to get full squad. But cannot. Perhaps Jose Altuve remonstrating with him. But you should never go for the tag on a play like that. Always go for the sure out. So I'm not sure what he could be cross with. So up steps June now. A runner still in scoring position for the Sonics. And now leading 3-0. And June lays that one out for a Texas Leaguer. It splits the outfielders. Here comes full squad with the 4th run. And just like that, it's 4-0. So now Bellinger comes up. He could add to the hit parade here. RBI single for June. On deck is Velenaris. Single to start the Seattle scoring in the first. Here's the first pitch to Bellinger. It's inside, ball 1. So just like that, Iowa being shell-shocked here. One-0 now. High and away, ball 2. Due up for Iowa in their half of the second is 6, 7, and 8. I don't know the usernames by heart, as I do not follow the Iowa Dream, but we'll find out together, won't we? Here's the 2-0 to Bellinger. Altuve delivers, and that is hit to left field. Left fielder slow to react. That is off the wall. That is a base hit. And now June is going to come to third, and he will stay put. Runners at second and third and 1 out for club captain Velenaris, and runners in scoring position again. So, a double for Bellinger. Third double of the day for the Sonics. 2 in this inning. Altuve being knocked around there in the box. So, Velenaris could definitely collect a couple RBIs here. June standing at third base now. Bellinger at second. Here's a pitch from Altuve. Ball outside. Infield playing in standard positions. Middle infielder just slightly shaded in the grass. Center fielder at his normal depth. Usually center fielders play kind of shallow in this league. That's in there for a strike. First baseman perhaps playing a little bit too off the line. Third baseman playing the most in. Altuve didn't like the call. Takes a second off the mound. One's down the board here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second here. 2 in scoring position. Bellinger dancing around there. Bellinger squares to bunt. With all that extra space, Altuve makes the play. Another sacrifice brings home another Seattle run. So now Bellinger is the man at third. June scores on the sacrifice, and now it's 5-0. So
how about that? They finally listened to us.
Yeah. So how about
don't swing for the fence the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
No, you're good. How about that small ball? Just like Morgan has been saying, just gotta lay one through the infield sometimes. Don't have to hit it over the wall. And in this case, you don't even have to hit it past the infield. 2 sacrifice bunts in this inning. Aura swings at the second pitch there and pops to catcher to end this second inning. But Gabriel singles, full squad doubles, Durko sacrifices, June singles, RBA singles, sorry, Bellinger doubles, Bellinger sacrifices, and Aura pops to catcher. So that's 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. And the score after 1.5 innings is now Seattle 5 and Iowa 0 in the bottom half of the second. And here comes Jong. Bellinger is still on the mound, doing what pitchers ought to, bat in Major League Baseball and bunt. But, of course, designated hitter prevents them from doing so. First pitch to Jong is low for ball 1. And the 1-0 now. Outside, ball 2. Just missed the edge of the zone. Bellinger didn't like his pitch. Regains his bearings there. Two-0 now. Kicks, winds, delivers. That's outside, ball 3. And now, green light perhaps on for Jong here. Bellinger pitching him carefully. Here's the 3-0. It's in there for strike 1, so Jong doesn't pull the trigger. Hitters count still. Bellinger is perhaps looking to get back in this at-bat, but you certainly don't want to give him a meatball. Better keep them at 0. Here's the 3-1. Fouled away. He couldn't catch up to it in time. So now the count is full at 3-2. Bottom half of the second and no score for Iowa, trailing 5-0 already. Bellinger looking to come back from a 3-0 count. And the payoff pitch now is on its way. And it's down the plate. And Jong again couldn't catch up to it. Fouled down the third base side this time. So we'll do it again. Same count, 3-2. Payoff pitch once more. The long windup from Bellinger, and here it comes. That is fouled down the first base side this time. Out into the abyss of the corn here in Iowa. Certainly not a field of dreams for the dream as of now. But payoff pitch once more. It is third time the charm. Here it comes. That is grounded. Short to first in time. A long at bat, but an out nonetheless. Bellinger comes out on top of that one. And up comes... I don't even know how I want to pronounce that. UNXA. We'll just read it as it is. First offering. And first pitch swinging. And that is a good catch made there by the first baseman. So going from a 8 or 9 pitch at bat to 1 pitch at bat. Here's the 8 batter, Melonru. Belinaris got 2 outs in the span of 2 pitches, looking to make it 3 for 3 here. On deck is Ben, as that's in there for a strike. Ben flied to right field to open the batting accord for the Dream in the bottom half of the first. 0-1 now from Belinaris. Southpaw delivers. That's outside. Count even at 1-1 now. So the 1-1. That is lifted softly. Falls in front of the second baseman. Shortstop nabs it in front of him to make the play. So John grounds short to first. UNXA pops to first. Melonru grounds short to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Quick inning here. Half inning in the bottom of the second. The score remains Seattle 5 and Iowa nothing. So Doogie coming up for his second at-bat of the day. Top half of the third. It'll be Doogie, Echo, and Gabriel plays. Doogie had a 2 RBI single his first time up. As he rounds home and heads to first. So Jose Altuve has been already discharged from his pitching duties, it perhaps seems. He's standing at third base as Doogie does his lap around the paths.
Quick update from the out-of-town scoreboard. College basketball, men's basketball, UConn number 2. They lead Creighton 60-40 in Creighton, and UW Huskies lead 57-45.
And Doogie starts the top half of the third, singles here to left field, and here comes Echo. Pop to shortstop, his first time to end the first. On deck, Gabriel single to open the second. Came around to score. So Doogie at first base. Now Echo takes that first pitch on the lone in corner. So I completely forgot. Yes, Wham here is indeed the pitcher. So in 2 innings for Altuve as Echo lifts that one. That splits the outfielders. We'll get to the pitching stats in a minute. Rounding second, heading third is Doogie. Center fielder up with the ball now. Gets it in. Doogie, he rounded third. He tried to head back, and perhaps he would have made it if he had not held up. The runners at second and third. Echo with a double, 4th double of the day for the Sonics. And Gabriel looking to break it open against Wham here. Iowa being bounced around here. Top half of the third. Seattle leading 5-0 and threatening to score again. Oh, 1 on Gabriel. Here's the pitch. 1-1. So, by the way, the score line for Jose Altuve, pitcher of record, he would be in line for the loss, of course. 2 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs allowed, no strikeouts, and no walks. So here's the 1-1. Swinging and a miss at a ball in the dirt, 1-2. On deck is full squad. He doubled and scored in the second. And in the hole is Jerko, sacrificed to bring in Gabriel plays. Here's the 1-2. Lifted down the third base line and just hooked foul. So a bit unlucky there. That would have certainly plated too. Left fielder playing shaded towards the center, leaving a lot of space there down the foul line, as is the right fielder, dancing around like a wet hen as if they weren't, trailing 5-0. Count even at 2-2 now. That one was in the dirt. Gabriel looking for his pitch here. Wham here looking to shut the door. 2 men in scoring position, top half of the third. It's already a 5-0 score, and here comes the pitch from the left-hander. It is a bounding ball to first, and the runners will not advance as the first baseman takes it himself for the first out. So here's full squad, and look at that clip. 636, a home run and 4 RBIs. Mind you, this is his 4th ever HEBBL game. Ex-IPU, where I believe he was with Fubon. First pitch from the left-hander on the way. Early call to the bullpen. That ball is outside. Right fielder still dancing around. Now in Little League, you always put your worst player out in right field. I can't imagine it's the same in this league. But doing just the same, playing around the grass, oblivious to the pitcher. Count even at 1-1. One's down the board here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on, and a 5-0 lead for the Sonics. Here comes the pitch. Full squad takes it. Low and in, ball 2. Third baseman holding the runner. That's Jose Altuve. Middle infielders in the grass, playing close towards second base. 2-1 now. That is lifted. Oh! That is more than lifted. That is off the scoreboard for a home run. How about that from full squad, baby? A 3-run home run for the youngster. And, oh, just like that, it's 8-0 Seattle. Well, here comes Doogie and Echo, full squad, right behind him, spiraling into home plate. And Iowa already spiraling out of control here, top half of the third, and only 1 away. So, well, the bases are empty, I guess. I guess there's only one positive about it that the Iowa Dream can take. 3-run home run for full squad. How about that?
Holy smokes, what a play by full squad. I mean, you got to be some kind of strong to lift it all the way off the left field scoreboard. Great hitting there by full squad. Didn't try to do too much, but just got his bat right under it and sent it a long ways.
Yeah, as our favorite athletics broadcaster would say, bombs away for full squad. As Jerko swings at the 0-1. Sharp grounder to third, and he's retired for the second out in the inning. So here comes June, batting for the 3rd time in as many innings. RBI singled in the second, his last time up, grounded third to first to open the old ball game. So, another great inning for the Sonics, now leading 8-0. Takes the first pitch on a check swing, 1-0. On deck is Bellinger. He doubled, was left stranded. Only runner left stranded in the second, as now the count is even at 1-1. June didn't want to pull the trigger, and it was in there for a strike anyways. So, Jose Altuve, ineffective in his 2 innings. Wham here, the first reliever out of the pen, not as effective either. 1-2 now. On the 4th place talent show man. Certainly a lot of talent here at the plate as well. I mean, above 500. The 1-2 now. Foul, third base side. He couldn't quite catch up to it and just had to do a safety swing to foul it away and stay alive. So, this broadcaster here has been part of a couple of massacres of the Sonics. Sonics looking to catapult the Dream out of contention. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That ball nowhere near the zone. And June waved at that one. Well, Zugi singles, Echo doubles, Gabriel grounds to first. Full squad with a big 3-run homer. Jerko grounds third to first and June strikes out. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors and none left. The score after 2.5 innings now reads Seattle 8 and Iowa nothing. Iowa with just 2 hits here. 9th man finally coming up for the Dream. Seattle has already batted twice around the order. So, Pokey the 13th. Sorry, yes, the 13th. I can read the Roman numerals. That's in there for a strike. First pitch from Bellinarius. Had a little bit of trouble in the first. 1-2-3 inning last time around in the bottom half of the second. Here's the 0-1. That one just missed the corner. Count is even at 1-1. So the Sonics on the hit parade. Dream still looking for their first rally. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ball inside. That one nowhere close to the zone. Well, here's the 1-2. And missing that corner once again. Count is even at 2-2.
It was an off-speed left cutter that just traveled way too far.
And the count is full at 3-2. That ball inside. Not a competitive pitch either. So the payoff pitch now from Belinaris here. Hit up the middle. That ball is out of here. Oh, wow. On a straight line. Home run for Iowa. Their first run of the day. And the score now 8-1. Well, I mean, I guess I had to score sometime. At least be grateful it wasn't with runners on base. So the 9-hole man, first one to come across the plate for the Dream by his own accord. Only the third hit. So here comes Ben Stakes. Flew out to right field about 5 hours ago in the bottom half of the first. So Belinaris loses his shutout. Just looks to settle down here. Basically a new inning anyways. Pitch to Ben is rifled to the wall. Left fielder cannot get there in time. It bounces off the wall. Ben is heading to second. Outfielder slow to pick it up. In there safely with a stand-up double. So Wham here now, batting with a runner in scoring position, looking to help his cause after giving up 3 runs on the mound off that home run. That's in there for a strike. And the count now 0-1. Well, 8-1 here. Certainly not the best game of all time. But still anyone's ball game because there's so much time to go. 1-1 the count. And as we saw, the Sonics 2 games ago came back from 8 runs down. So obviously the Dream is very possible for them as well. 1-1. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. 2-1, ball inside. Still irks me a little bit. See a left-handed catcher. You know, it's a little unorthodox. Well, actually a lot unorthodox. I think the last left-handed catcher played in the dead ball era. But here's the 2-1. Grounded through the hole between short and third. To third base goes Ben. And it's just a clean single for Wham here, his second of the day. So runners at the corners for Jose Altuve, perhaps looking to make up for his ineffective start. The trash cans are banging, I can hear them now. Here's the first pitch, in there for a strike. Perhaps they were banging the wrong pattern, he didn't want to pull the trigger on that one. A slow curve on the inside half of the plate. Here's the 0-1. And now the count, 0-2.
And now a staff are coming in to make sure that Jose doesn't use that trash can. Yam and Ninja here to make sure he doesn't cheat.
Well, 0-2 is on its way here. And that is hit to first. Why did he not go to second? And he didn't even go to home. But, okay. RBI, fielder's choice. Unassisted to third. Wham here to second. Ben comes around with the Iowa second run. So first out of the inning. A runner in scoring position still for the Dream. Fed Waxer singled in the first inning, was left stranded after his twin, Zach, struck out to end that inning. He's on deck. 1-1 the count. One's down the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. And the bottom half of the third. Dream now only trailing by 6. Here's the pitch from the wily southpaw. 1-2. So Belinaris looking to bear down here. Quick inning, second. Got out of trouble in the first. Did not get out of trouble here in the third. Gave up that leadoff home run and gave up a run off a good rally. But Fedwaxer frozen there. Watch the slow curve just sink in for strike 3. And he is just shell-shocked. He didn't even want to leave the batter's box. So the second out, just like that. And here is Zach. Looking to not strike out like the cleanup man just did. Belinaris.
That strikeout brought to you by Carl's Clam Chowder, the creamiest clam chowder in the Pacific Northwest.
as Velanera lays that one inside. Ball 1. And here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. Well. Started out as a bad day at the office for the Dream, slowly chipping their way back. Here's a 2-0. That is lifted. Second base is there to make the catch to end the inning. So, Pokey the 13th, home runners. Ben Stakes doubles. Wham here singles. Altuve grounds into the RBI fielder's choice. Fed Waxer strikes out looking, and Zach Waxer pops to second. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. And the score, after 3 full innings, is Seattle 8 and Iowa 2. So here is Bellinger stepping in for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Top half of the 4th, it'll be Bellinger, then Velanera, then Ora. First offering from Wham here. Hopefully, looking to not give up a home run. Another home run in relief. Here's the 0-1. Down Broadway, strike 2. Bellinger nowhere near that one. Waved underneath. Translucent bat, but no power. 0-2. Check swing, did not go around. 1-2. Wham here's ready. Here it comes. Grounded foul, first base. We'll do it again at the same count. 1-2. So here comes that 1-2. Fouled away again. Bellinger trying to make Wham here tire early. Just his 2nd inning of relief starting. It's only the 4th inning as Jose Altuve was knocked out early as Bellinger lifts that on a 1-hopper to the 2nd baseman, and the throw is in time, 2nd to 1st, for the first out here in the top of 4th. Well, here's Velanera. For some reason... Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought he considered his sacrifice a hit. But he's 1-1 on the day. I forgot that they've already batted around the order twice. RBI sacrifice last time up, singled and scored in the 1st. First offering is a bounding ball between 3rd and short. Shortstop, the long throw. And that is in time for the 2nd out. So here is Ora. Doubled and scored in the 1st. Popped to catcher in the 2nd to end that inning. So, Wham here giving salutations to his shortstop. Made that ranging play and a good throw to nail Velanera.
It looks like Iowa's going to a mound visit. Let me start the timer so that we know how long it's going to take. I think the controversial okay, now we're back underway. The controversial 9-minute 39 pitch by Big Nate. Seattle lost the game on a back pit, but still.
That's fouled. 3rd base line. No chance for Jose.
Shouldn't be allowed. He got 2 warnings, and that I don't know why no action was taken.
Maybe because they were in last place. I guess figured might as well let them keep the win. But either way, 0-2 on Ora now. Doogie on deck. 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, a run, and 2 RBIs. Ora swings and misses at the 3rd pitch he sees in this inning. So a 1-2-3 here for the Sonics. Bellinger grounds 2nd to 1st. Velanera grounds short to 1st, and Ora strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score after 3.5 innings remains Seattle 8 and Iowa 2. So it will be Lizzo Tooted is batting in the 6th position for Jong. Grounded short to first in his lone at-bat in the 2nd, leading off. Leading off once again here, 6th batter. Lifts that one over the 3rd baseman's head. It rolls to the left fielder. Grounding first and heading to 2nd is Lizzo, and will come back here. Leadoff single for the Dream in the bottom half of the 4th. So here's UNXA. Fouled to first base in his lone and on one pitch last time up. So early pinch hitter here in the 4th inning. 6th hit of the day for the Dream. 6 runs behind Seattle. Bellinera still on the mound here, working diligently. 0-1 is lifted to 2nd base. Echo is going to play it on the hop. 2nd to short to 1st, double play. And that, my friends, is why you always run them out. So how about that? Heads up play from Echo over at 2nd base. 2nd to short to 1st. 4-6-3 double play. So now the bases are empty.
Home plate Ninja yelling at Una to run it out. To, like you said, run it out. You should always run it out. And that's a prime example. I mean, what are we doing?
Either way, here's Mellon. Lifts that one out to right. And that's going to be caught. So, could have had 1 on and 2 outs. They have no on and 3 outs. Lizzo singles. UNXA grounds into double play. And Mellon flies to right. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and none left. And the score after four full innings still remains Seattle 8 and Iowa 2. So here's Doogie. Up to start the 4th. Another good inning from Villanares. 1 rough inning, bottom half of the 1st. 1-2-3 in the 2nd. 2 runs given up in the 3rd, and a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. So if he continues the trend, there'll be a little bit of traffic in the bottom half of the 5th. But we're in the top half of the 5th right now. And Seattle out-hitting Iowa by 4 still. But most importantly, leading by 6. 8-2 the score. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. No catcher. Maybe someone left or someone went AFK. There's Cinnamon now. I believe that will be another defensive replacement. Here's the 0-2. That's taken for the first ball of the at-bat. Echo on deck. Doubled and scored last time up in the 3rd. In the hole, Gabriel. 1 for 2 with the single and a run scored in the 2nd. Grounded out to 1st last time up. As that's fouled, first base side will do it again, 1 and 2. And look at that hustle by Doogie. Running down the line all the way until the ball actually falls in the stands. I'm going to guess about 8 rows back. Well, here's the 1-2.
Una, take notes.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder where they are now. Maybe they left the game after that. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and down goes Doogie. Opens up the top half of the 5th here with a K. Here is Echo.
Yeah, that strikeout pitch was a left cutter that just snuck into the zone. It was pretty slow, too. He wasn't expecting that to travel so far after he saw the fastball last time.
Left-handed reliever delivers here. First offering is in there for a strike. So, perhaps, actually, you know what, you probably just can't see it from the angle. There's the middle infielders playing back in the outfield grass. Echo grounds it, and it falls to the right fielder. Here's the throw. It will not be in time. The throw offline. So we'll go from behind the pitcher here for Gabriel plays. Wham looking to settle down now. Echo with a clean single. Gabriel swings and misses at 1 right down Broadway. 0-1. And that's high, ball 1. So 1's down the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top half of the 5th, Seattle leading 8-2. Here's the offering. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. He waved at that one. Nowhere near. 2-2.
Yeah, just a great cutter that time. Same exact spot as the Doogie strikeout.
And the 2-2. Gabriel grounds it through the box. Second by himself to first for the double play. So 4-3 double play. That will end the top half of the fifth. Doogie strikes out swinging. Echo singles. Gabriel grounds a double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. And the score after 4.5 remains Seattle 8 and Iowa 2. So Bellinaris pitching to Pokey the 13th, the 9-man. Solo home run to deadaway center last time up. Will Lightning strike twice off the bat of Pokey? Or will Bellinaris get the better of him? Second at bat of the day. On deck, Ben in the hole. Wham here, the reliever. Both have got a hit. Wham, in fact, has 2. So, bottom half of the fifth. First pitch of the bottom half. In there, 4 strike. So, here's the 0-1. Crafty veteran delivers, and that one clips the low and away corner, strike 2. So Pokey in the hole early in the second at-bat of the day. Bellinaris trying to make sure he doesn't give him something good to hit. Here comes the 0-2. Oh, wow, he froze him. Strike 3, and down he goes. Didn't even see that hook. It came into the zone at the last second. So here is Ben Stakes now. Doubled and scored last time up in the third.
Such a great right hook. Bottom corner, it's another pitcher's pitch, similar to what Iowa was using. Yeah, just great overall. I mean, he got his get back on Pokey that time.
As Ben fouls the first pitch, third base side. Here's the 0-1 now. And that one's down the plate, strike 2. Another hook that curved in from outside the zone. And Bellinaris pitching quick here. Here comes the 0-2. Rifled up the middle. That is straight to the center fielder for the second out. Diving catch made as the ball comes in by the first baseman. Of course, that just gets you a 10 in gymnastics and no extra out. While Bellinaris pitching quick as soon as Wham steps in the box. That is grounded and bounces off the pitcher's mound to the center fielder on the hop. It's just going to be a single. A runner on.
Wow, I want to see the physics
Altuve.
in that one.
Yeah, I hope Bellinaris didn't chip his toenail on that one, as that one certainly bounced high off the mound. Certainly, the forces of gravity a little weaker in this part of the Earth, I guess. So maybe the flat earthers are right after all. Well, either way, here's the 0-1. And that one's in there, 0-2. Yeah, perhaps the corn messes with the drag or something. The drag coefficient.
Probably.
Well, here's the 0-2. Bellinaris delivers. That one not hit as hard. An easy pop-up to the second baseman to end the inning. So Pokey the 13 strikes out looking. Ben lines to center. Wham here singles off the mound, and Altuve pops to second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And the score here after 5 full innings remains Seattle 8 and Iowa 2.
It'll be full squad 4, leading off 2 for 2 tonight. Looking to make it through for 3, hopefully. As the line, kick, deal, and deliver is going to be a strike. It's in there. 0-1. Sonics lead 8-2 here at top of the 6th. Looking to add on. Now the Wham's 0-1 is swung on and missed. Nothing in 2. Was way behind that one. That's a sign from Cinnamon. Now from the stretch. And the 0-2 pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Way early on that one. It was a cutter that just slowed down as it got closer to the plate. He was way early on that one. And upcoming is Jerko 0 for 1 tonight with I think it was a RBI. Very weird batting animation as that pitch is swung on right to the third baseman. He'll scoop it up, fire to first in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 away quickly here in the top of the 6th as Ninja's given Cinnamon some extracurricular. And the leadoff man, Jun, will step in 1 for 3 tonight. Looking out on as that first pitch is swung
Oh,
on and popped up
jeez.
right to the catcher. Cinnamon makes the catch, Kurt Plank, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the Sonics in the top of the 6th. We get to the bottom of the 6th. Your home street bank score, Sonics 8, Dream 2. So leading off for the Dream will be Fed Waxer. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Villanera's still on the mound, who went 5 strong from the set. And the first pitch on the way, here she comes. Check swing. Did it go? Nope, it was outside. Villanera starts him with the hook outside. 1-0. I meant to say cutter. From the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch on the way is in the dirt, ball 2. So Fed quickly ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes here on Villanera's. Now from the set, and the 2-0 pitch is swung on, lifted down the left field line. That's going to get down to the left fielder. It'll be a long single, and Fed Waxer is safe with the leadoff single. And here comes his twin, Zach Waxer, 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. What if we make it 0 for 3 with double play? Bellinger jumping around out there at first. The first pitch on the way to Fred is a ground ball right to Echo. He'll go to Doogie at... No, he'll take it himself. And that's a double play! Sorry, I botched that one. Echo took it to the bag at second himself, then fired to Bellinger at first.
I think you might be clairvoyant.
It's a 4-3 double play as that pitch is swung on, lifted deep to right field. It is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Lizzo just tooted a big fly ball out to right, and it's 8-3 Iowa Trail.
Should have hit them with that one is foul.
Oh, that fire up the fountain. She gone. And this looks like it should be called delay a game. What are you doing, Ninja? Call it. Here comes Cinnamon, the catcher. In 5 games, he's batting .300. Baked in sugar. Put it all together. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. As the first pitch on the way is swung on a miss. 0-1.
So, as I also predicted, batting for UNXA left the game after embarrassingly not running out a pop out.
As that pitch is swung on and belted deep to right field, it is gone. Fire up the fountains. She gone. I'm pretty sure, yep, the first home run of season 27 for Cinnamon happens tonight here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now the Dream Trail 8-4 here in Iowa.
Bombs away for Cinnamon. When he gets a hold of one, he sends it a long ways.
Long ways. Oh, here comes Melon, Iru Melon, who was in our chat earlier, saying, nah, go Iowa Slime. Pretty sure this is the PM. That pitch clips the bottom corner for a strike, 0-1. Melon is also, what's it called? A bod. They're okay. That pitch is outside, ball 1. The counting's out to 1 ball, 1 strike. And they post the stream links time to time. I feel like Jason's better. You know, that's just my opinion, but my opinion's normally right, as that pitch is inside, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. But I know Melon works super hard, helps out with all of the scoring, all the final results, helps with all the standings. As a 2-1 pitch is swung on right to the second, diving stop by shortstop, fires to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. As we head to the 7th inning stretch, it's your home street bank score, Seattle Sonics 8, Iowa Dream forward. Anyways, what I was saying about the mods is that most of them are great. You know, some of them have higher egos than other, but they work so hard to keep this league running, to keep this league operating. They're great officials in the game. They're great with all the standings and the rankings, and though we don't see eye to eye at basically almost everything, I respect them, and they are great people, hardworking people. As we head to the top of the seventh, not sure. Oh, it'll be Bellinger leading off. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a double, and his last at bat he grounded out. So Bellinger makes his way over to the Iowa dugout. Now says, "Nope, I'm gonna step into the right batter's box." Wham still out on the mound. He's held the fort down really well after that big blow up by Jose Altuve. Lamb gets the sign from Toast Crunch from the set, and the payoff pitch to Bellinger is swung on and lifted deep to left field. It's back, it's deep, it is gone! Goodbye! Baseball! Holy smokes, a leadoff home run by Bellinger. That's gone. He takes back a run. It's 9-4. Seattle on top. Holy smokes. How about that? And my great jinx right there. I just said Nate was doing really good at holding down the fort after after Altuve had that blow up. Yeah, I mean, other than that, he's done really good. As that pitch is swung on and lifted deep to left field, the left fielder is there, makes a diving catch for the first out of the inning.
He did not catch
robbed
that.
Extra bases.
He did not catch that. That hit the ground and then he caught it.
But it looks like they will not challenge that call. Aura lines one right to the shortstop, 2 away, quickly here in the top of the seventh as Doogie comes up 2 for 3. Been pretty hot today, except for that strikeout last time. It was a pitcher's pitch on the inside corner. All it was just a little curve that was super slow. Wham, had a great pitch that time. Doogie looking to get a nuke of his own.
Oh.
The first pitch is swung on and belted deep to left field. It is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Holy smokes. Doogie's first home run of his big league career. And guess what? Sonics get their second run back. They lead it 10-4 here in Iowa. Holy smokes, how about that?
Yeah, he just saw his pitch right away. First pitch in the at-bat, and just corked a beauty right down the left field line.
So as I was saying, Lamb was doing pretty good before that happened. But other than that, he's been holding down the fort pretty well. Echo, no home runs in the season, only 1 RBI. Batting .375 though, and 2 for 3 tonight. As that pitch is swung on and ripped right to the third baseman for the third out of the inning. But not before the Sonics get 2 more. Your Turbo AI score, the Seattle Sonics 10, the Iowa Dream 4.
Well, today's been a home run derby for Iowa as they come to bat. 3 home runs, all solo blasts. For Seattle, a 3-run home run and 2 solo ones. So, of course, just came in the top of the 7th.
That was Doogie's first home run as a Sonic, first home run in his major league career for season 27, as that pitch is popped up to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. Here comes Bain, 1 for 3 today with a double, scored once and flew out last time. So bottom 7th here, Sonic lead 10-4 as that pitch is fouled down the right field line, 0-1. Bellinger still on the mound. He's gone 6 1/3 innings, looking to make it 7. With the 0-1 on the way, to Bain is swung and lifted deep to left center. The left fielder is right there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. A great diving catch out there in left center. It robs extra bases. Here comes Wham, the relief pitcher. He is on fire tonight. 3 singles and better at the batter's box than on the mound. We would say, as that first pitch is swung on and lifted deep to right field. It's back. It's deep. It's off the scoreboard. Goodbye, baseball. When I was saying he was hot, and look at that, he was. This Iowa crowd is going crazy as the Dream trail 10-5 here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 away. Well, I was just saying he was on fire. And look at that. Even the home plate ump is celebrating. I don't think you're supposed to be doing that, bud.
Maybe Ninja hit his parlay there.
Oh, yeah. By the way, if you use code SONIC, you can get a free $50 parlay on DraftKings. As that pitch, brought to you by Heineken, as that ball is thrown away to right. I thought we were going to go to the bullpen, but looks like we won't. Velanero will face the starting pitcher, Jose Altuve. That pitch is inside, ball 1, 1-0.
Well, trash cans haven't helped Altuve. 0-for-3.
That pitch is in there for a strike, nothing in 1.
Banged the wrong signal that time, too.
They were looking for the fastball, but he actually went off speed on that one. Altuve calls time. Now's ready. Steps back into the box. Jason gets a sign from full squad. Here comes the 1-1. Way high. Ball 2. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Now from the stretch on the 2-1 pitch, check swing. It's in there for a strike. The count evens out to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And 1 run in via a solo homer from Wham. Now from the set, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on, lifted, third base side. Gabriel is there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side, but not before the Iowa Dream get 1 more. Your home street bank score: the Seattle Sonics 10, the Iowa Dream 5.
Well, certainly, as I said last inning, home run derby. No pitcher in line for the quality start today. Jose Altuve is still the pitcher record for the Dream, unless they make a 5-run comeback.
Here's Gabriel, 1 for 3 tonight, as that pitch is in there for a strike. Looking to do something right here. He's an Astros fan, but plays on Seattle. As that 0-1 pitch is swung on and lifted deep to left center field. It's going to get down. It's going to get down. It's in the gap between left and center. This can get down for extra bases all the way to the wall. Up with the ball to center fielder. He will not get that throw nearly in time. Gabriel is safe on second with the stand-up double. How about that? Here comes full squad, 2 for 3 tonight. Struck out last time. Also had a couple clutch doubles. Looking to make another double and driving a run. That pitch on the bottom corner, nothing in 1. For those of you counting, today is day 28 of my concussion. I took the test this morning, so hopefully I'm cleared. I see my doctor on Monday to get cleared. As that pitch is swung on a miss, nothing in 2. Concussions are not something to be played with, and they're very dangerous and can kill you or make you permanently depressed. So if you think you hit your head and you don't know, as that pitch is swung on a miss for strike 3 for the first out of the inning, then you should go to a doctor.
I think we got bigger fish to fry, bro. Gotta finish the stream first.
Oh, sorry. As here comes Jerko for 2 tonight. Struck out once.
Yeah.
And Jerko will love to get a hit here. He's hitless tonight. Like I said before, Wham swing and a miss, strike 1. Wham has been great on the mound pretty much, except for a little bit of runs. But other than that, he's been lights out, I would say, on the mound. Is that 0-1 pitch is lined right to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Here comes Jun, our 4th place HCBB talent show placer, who also has won 5,000 Robux for it. Congratulations, buddy. We're really proud of you.
Dude, that can be a down payment on a house in 1940. That could feed a family. Now, of course, with inflation, they took the Robux off the tick standard about a decade ago. Not to get too political, but economy's been real downhill in terms of Robux.
As that 0-1 pitch is grounded right to the shortstop. He'll scoop it up, fired to first in time for the final out of the inning. So, a leadoff double in the form of Gabriel, stranded at second. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Your home street bank score: Sonics 10, Dream 5. As leading off will be Fed Waxer. He's been pretty hot today, 2 for 3. Talking on the mound with Doogie and Jason. Now says, okay, I'm ready to bat. Now has to go say hi to Ninja, say hi to Full Squad, then steps into the left batter's box. And guess what? We're ready to get underway. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Velenaris winds, deals outside, ball 1. Velenaris pitched 7 innings so far, would be in line for the win if the Sonics can close this out. From the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch is down low, ball 2. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. On Fed Waxer. Quickly adding the driver's seat. Now from the stretch, and the 2-0 pitch to Fed is a strike on that outside edge. Clipped him with the curve. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strikes. Velenaris at 84 pitches already. Might want to start thinking about taking a call to the bullpen. That pitch is swung on, lifted, deep to right center. It's going to drop in, down for extra bases. Fed rounding to second, slides in safe. It's a leadoff sliding double for Fed Waxer, and here comes his brother Zach. 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout, grounded out in his last at bat.
It's like we are going to have a pitching change here. Velenaris removing himself from the game. Echo is going to be the fireman here tonight. Allegedly.
Yep, and
there we go.
It looks like Echo was taking the mound. Oh my goodness, look at his ERA, 12.150.
Yeah,
as you would say, holy Toledo.
Yeah, nine runs allowed in his start in his season debut. He did not get the loss because that happened during the comeback game.
That pitch is way high, ball 1.
Velenaris, of course, responsible for the runner at second base.
Echo gets the sign. The 1-0 pitch is way low, ball 2. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. That call to the bullpen brought to you by Hardware Haven. Customer first in Auburn, Soto, and Kent. Go to your nearest Hardware Haven for all your hardware needs. Now the 2-0 to Zach, up high, ball 3. And now you're in a dangerous situation. Don't really want to walk him, but you don't want to give him a cookie either.
On deck is Lizzo, clobbered a home run last time up in the 6th.
The 3-0 pitch is swung on and lifted. Geronimo. That is off the scoreboard. It is gone. Now it's only a 3-run game here in the bottom of the 8th. Ninja saying return to the MAC. And I'm not even sure if, as a home plate ump, if you're supposed to be celebrating that. I want that to be investigated for sure. Ninja goes to Lizzo, warming up, kisses him on the cheek, then high fives and celebrates with the Waxers. Now is returning to home plate. Behind home plate to call the game. Nope, just kidding. Ninja will run down Lizzo, high five him. Now will step back behind the plate. Ready to play.
It's okay. See, corruption is what makes the world go around. So we always need a little bit of it around.
That pitch is swung on a miss. 0-1. Lizzo 2 for 2 tonight with a huge home run. Clobbered that one.
By the way, that ends the day for Velenaris. 6 runs allowed, 12 hits, struck out 3 and walked none, as that's Pop to the captain for the first out. He got lost.
And Bellinger takes it away for the first out of the inning. Holy smokes. Here comes Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He baked that last ball in lots of cinnamon and sugar mixed all together. It was a home run out to deep left. His first home run of his main league career. From the stretch, and the first pitch on the way is a strike. It's in there. 0-1. Ace Lord is in this game now. Hey, Ace Lord. Looking to celebrate with a dream, it seems like. Now from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and lifted. Shortstop has it. Doogie makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th, and here comes the team captain, Mellon. They are 0 for 3 tonight and grounded out in their last at bat.
Well, a lot more cheek blush on that face as opposed to power in the bat.
And as you say that, Velenaris makes a beautiful, beautiful over-the-head leap for the final out of the inning to score. But other than that, Echo can get out of the inning. All right, your Turbo AI score, Sonic's 10, Dream 7. So stepping in is Bellinger, 2 for 4 tonight. Seattle crowd behind the Seattle dugout trying to rally him to maybe hit a big ball. As looks like we have gone to the bullpen once more. It'll be Bain in there on the mound. That will end the day for Wham. So we'll get you those results soon. As that pitch is outside, ball 1. Seattle crowd chanting, making some noise. We're here in the top of the 9th. As the 1-0 is in there for a strike. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike for the leadoff man here in the top of the 9th, Bellinger. Now from the stretch, and the 1-1 pitch is inside, ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike for the leadoff man, Bellinger, here in the top of the 9th. Sonics lead 10-7. Now from behind his head, the 2-1 pitch is swung on and lifted deep to right field. It's over the head of the right fielder. That's going to be a long single for Bellinger. So a leadoff single for Bellinger. And here comes Jason. 1 for 3 tonight with a single, an RBI. Flew out his last time. Would love to get a big blast right here. Make it home run number 8. First pitch on the way is a ground ball right to the shortstop. Picks it up, fires to the second, first. Double play. Quickly 2 down. Here comes Aura. He's 1 for 4 tonight with a double. Scored once and flew out in his last at bat.
Well, final tally for Wham. In 6 innings, gave up 7 hits for 5 runs, struck out 5, walked none, and 3 home runs.
As that pitch is fouled, Waxer wasn't ready. 0-1. So that's to move some people around. Lizzo at first. As that pitch is swung on and lifted. Caught. That didn't look like a catch. Looked like a touchdown first. But umps will rule that a catch. And that'll retire the side. Quickly, 1, 2, 3. And go the Sonics in the 9th. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Sonics looking to lock it down and get a win. So let's look at some around the league scores. Washington Wolves take down the Baltimore Ospreys 6-1 in Baltimore. Illusions had a 2 home run game. Ravens from Chicago dominate the Portland Stags 10-love. Final in 9 in Portland. And finally, the Arizona Firebirds win 9-4 against the Chicago Breeze in Chicago. Scripps has a 2 home run game. Those around the league scores brought to you by Hardware Haven, customer first in Kent, Auburn, and Soda. For all your hardware needs, visit hardwarehaven.com. That's hardwarehaven.com. As that first pitch was outside and the 1-0 will be in there for a strike, the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Some out-of-town scoreboards from NHL. Well, we'll wait. The 1-1 is check swing. Did it go? No, up high. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Edmonton and Wild are tied 1-1 with 11:59 here in the first. Stars and Mammoth in Utah. Stars up 3-1 against the Mammoth in the second period. As the 2-1 floats in for a strike, the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Seattle Kraken, your hometown Kraken, are up 1-0 against Vegas Golden Knights in Vegas. Eli Toblin with the goal, his first of the evening. That will be his 11th goal of the season and his 31st point. On the assist was Ryan Winterton, Chandler Stevenson, and Akira Schmid gave up the home run. Count is outside. The count is full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff man in the top of the ninth. From the stretch, the 3-2 pitch is swung in and popped up. Infield, wait, this might fall.
Oh.
It will be caught by Echo. Holy smokes, what a catch by the pitcher, Echo. And as you always say, buddy, pitchers can be athletes too, as we just saw. And here comes the closer, Bane Stakes, up to the plate.
How about that? I don't know if they were going to get him out if that fell, as that had a real high arc to it. What a diving effort.
What a tough play. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. You talk about the fight from this team. 2 games out of the postseason, looking to claw back. They were in postseason contention, then they had a big losing streak, and now they're slowly starting to come back. As the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So on deck will be Wham. Bane at the plate. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. So now Echo looking for the strikeout right here with 1 down. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Sonics lead 10-7 as the 1-2 is swung on and missed. On him swinging.
Wow, this is going to be a
That strikeout
tough
brought to you by Carl's Clam Chowder. They might intentionally walk Wham here. He's 4 for 4. He did a lot of damage tonight. But as I was saying, that strikeout was brought to you by Carl's Clam Chowder, the creamiest clam chowder in the Pacific Northwest. And remember, fans, 12 strikeouts, 1 free bowl of clam chowder. Why would you pitch to him as that's lifted right center? It will fall in for a base hit. Off the wall, down for extra bases. Wham rounding second up at the ball as the center right fielder. He'll get into second. No, he's going for 3. Nope, just kidding. Dives back in at second. So a 2-out double by Wham. And here comes Jose Altuve, 0 for 4 with the RBI. I don't know why you would ever pitch to him. He's 4 for 4 tonight. You should have just walked him. Looks like there's going to be a meeting at the mound. Or just back shots at the mound, okay? Matt Doogie, he's doing something illegal.
I apologize for the obscene content. I know there's obviously children watching.
First pitch high and outside, ball 1. Wham dives back to the bag at second.
Unfortunately, we couldn't cut away. It's just too mortifying. You know, you hate to...
Hey, kids got to know.
You know, as a... I forget who it was, but when Randy Moss did it was Joe Buck. When Randy Moss did a despicable act, you know.
Strike called. Evens out to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Despicable act by Dookie Pirate.
Now from the set. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. And now it's a low ball for the Seattle Sonics. The Seattle faithful will rise to their feet. Looking to close this out here in Iowa. Looking to complete the season sweep over the Iowa Dream. From the set, and the 1-2 pitch is swung and lifted right to the third baseman. He makes the catch, and that's the ball game. The ball game is over. The Sonics win it 10-7 here in Iowa. They complete the regular season sweep of the Iowa Dream, and now they have 11 wins on the season. How sweet it is. Holy smokes, and a my oh my. I'm telling you, what a game that was. Both teams battled super hard throughout the entire game, but Sonics just came up on top. Let's look at some Home Street Bank scores. Archer's taking on the Surge in St. Louis. Archer's up 13-3, top of the 7th. League Server 5, it's the Badgers taking on the Jailbirds. Badgers are clobbering the Jailbirds at home, 11-2. Well, we see where that anger is pent up. And right here in Server 6, Sonics win 10-7. And as I say that, Jaron McCann scored the 16th goal of the season. Vince Dunn on the assist, his 25th.
Here, I can run the line scores. So, first off, the away team, the Seattle Sonics, their batting stats. June in the leadoff position, not the strongest day for the Korean. 1 for 5 with an RBI single and a run scored. That came in the second inning. Also struck out once. Batting the second position was Bellinger. Quiet yesterday, 0 for 5. Very loud today. Just a triple shy of the cycle. 3 for 5 with a run and RBI. That came courtesy of his solo home run leading off the 7th inning. Batting in the third position was the skipper Velenaris. And for him, he got off his offer from yesterday. He went 1 for 4 with a sacrifice bunt, a double play, a run scored, and an RBI. His single came in the first inning, and that's how he scored. As for the cleanup man, Aura, not the greatest day at the office either. 1 for 5 with a double and a run scored. And he also struck out once. 1 second. Never mind. Okay. Then Doogie, batting in the 5th position. A great day at the office. 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored indeed, and 3 RBIs. In the 7th inning, he also homered. And he also struck out once. Batting the 6th position was Echo, the reliever on the hill that ended up securing the victory for the Sonics. 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Batting in the 7th position was Gabriel, first time appearing since he got picked off of second base against Los Angeles, now Portland, but he had a great day. 2 for 4 with a run scored. As for the 8th man in the batting order, full squad, well, he went 2 for 4, but 2 big hits. 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, all courtesy of his 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. So, once again, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. He did, in fact, strike out twice, however. And batting in the 9th position, Jerko. He did go 0 for 3, but he did have 1 productive plate appearance when he sacrificed and drove in a run in the 2nd inning. And now on to the pitching lineups for Seattle. Velenaris took the start and he got the win. He went 7 innings, gave up 6 runs for 12 hits, struck out 3, walked none, and gave up 4 home runs. As for Echo, who closed down the door, I'm not too sure how the save metrics work in this league. I would personally not consider it a save. He gave up, he gave up 1 run on a total of 2 hits, struck out 1, walked none, gave up 1 home run. That was to Zach Waxer. So now, speaking of Zach, on to the Iowa batting line scores. For Ben in the leadoff spot, 1 for 5 with a run scored on a double. And he struck out once. For Wham here, the relief pitcher who pitched most of the game for the Dream, a great day. 5 for 5 with a home run, 3 singles, and a double. So 5 for 5 with a run scored, an RBI, and no strikeouts. Batting the 3rd position, Altuve. Not a good day at the rubber, not a good day at the plate. 0 for 5 with nothing else to note. Batting in the cleanup spot, Fedwaxer. 3 for 5. As he... Oh, no, I was right. 3 for 4. A double, a run scored. And 1 strikeout looking in the 3rd. Then for his twin, Zach Waxer, 1 for 4, didn't one-up the Fed in terms of the hit column, but hit a booming home run in the 8th inning that brought him home indeed. 1 for 4 with an RBI, a run scored, and a strikeout to his credit. Leading the day in the 6th position was Jong, lone at bat, 0 for 1, grounded short to first in the 2nd. Was replaced by Lizzo in the 4th inning, who went 2 for 3 with another booming home run for the Dream. So 2 for 3, a run scored, and an RBI. Batting the 7th position to start off the day was UNXA, left the game after going 0 for 2, courtesy of grounding into a double play that wouldn't have been a double play had they run it out. Finishing the day was Cinnamon behind the plate, 1 for 2, that lone hit, a solo home run. Batting the 8th position was Mellon. The Iowa skipper was not tickled pink with their performance, to say the least. 0 for 4, and nothing else to note. And in the 9th position, Pokey the 13th, 1 for 4, but what a beautiful home run in the 3rd inning, and also struck out once. So 1 for 4, runs scored, an RBI, and a strikeout. Then on the mound for the Dream, starting the day was Jose Altuve, who takes the loss in 2 innings, 7 hits for 5 runs, no strikeouts, no walks, and actually no home runs. Then Wham here finished 6 innings of relief work, also gave up 5 runs and 7 hits, but struck out 5 and gave up 3 home runs. Then finishing the day in the 9th inning was Ben. Ben just went 1 lone inning, gave up 1 hit and no runs, and struck out and walked none, and of course no home runs. So that's the day in terms of the line score. Are we going to have a post-game interview? Morgana Luckin, bro.
Sorry, I am muted right now. That was my bad.
Yeah, are we having a post-game or no?
Yeah, basically, okay, I'm back. All right. Here's my post-game thoughts. Great hitting by the Sonics. Hit into a couple untimely double plays. Not what you want to see. Did kill some momentum, but overall they stuck with it. They did pretty good. Didn't rely too much on the home run ball. But how about those bunts, man? First 2 innings, bunt after bunt, and guess what? It got the job done with the win here in Iowa. I thought the pitching was decent. Wasn't their best showing, especially from Echo. But other than that, they did relatively okay. Valinaris, his normal. They're pretty good. Not too much from there. Um, let's see what else. I thought the pitching from Iowa was pretty bad today. You allowed 10 runs. That shouldn't happen. Bit of whams. Jose Altuve started the snowball, and then from there just got worse for the Dream. You could say it was a nightmare. Um,
Hmm.
and Wham not able to close it out after that, just allowing hit after hit and run after run. Sonics had his number. They had Altuve's number, and they just ripped those balls all night long. I don't think we're gonna get a post-game interview, or the usual suspects are not even here tonight. So looks like we will just see you all. Or do you want me to close it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. No post-game interview tonight, unfortunately. Well, final score here from Iowa. Seattle, 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors, and they left 3 on base. So a great day in terms of offensive production. For Iowa, the losers in the as the home side, 7 runs, 14 hits, no errors. They left 5 on base. Winning pitcher of today was Valinaris, 7 innings, 6 runs, 12 hits. Losing pitcher was Jose Altuve, 2 innings, 5 runs, 7 hits. So thank you very much for listening on behalf of SESN and the whole crew. This was your opening play-by-play man for today. Color commentary and the backstretch of the game provided by Morgana. This is us signing off for the day. We'll see you tomorrow for Sunday Night Baseball. Once again, thank you very much. From Iowa, Seattle 10, Iowa 7. And goodbye, everyone.